back to Cryptid Paranormal. This particular encounter takes place right here in Colorado. The witness lives in an old mountain house built in the late 1800s that was booming during Colorado's gold rush. County records list this particular house as a workers' housing, or a place where they kind of rotated shifts. The basement walls are hand-laid stone, and an old abandoned mine is less than a mile away on historical maps. The activity did not begin immediately. They actually lived in the house well over a year before anything even happened. They did no renovations. They actually didn't change anything about the house. It started between 1 and 3 p.m. It started with heavy footsteps in the attic. So heavy that it would mimic someone wearing super heavy boots. The witness checked all logical causes. A few weeks went by and the footsteps kind of chilled out a little bit, but then that's when the whispers began. It wasn't any sort of whisper that the person could understand, just kind of like a low murmuring. It was almost as if someone were even like kind of speaking to themselves, and it seemed like it was radiating throughout the wall. This is what's really weird in my opinion. So when these whispers would go on, the witness would try to put their ear to a wall and it would immediately stop. So that's when this person started thinking, well, they must be aware of me. So, like any of these cases that I do, I wanted to do some background research. I came to the conclusion that this house housed workers that worked at night. They worked during the winter months, and they all worked the night shift. So they would be active during the night. I mean, they would sleep during the day, and sadly, many of them probably died during the time that they were there. Many of these people never owned any of this land. This is when the knocking starts. 3 slow knocks. First, it starts from a wall, and then it started from the ceiling, and it was coming from rooms that weren't even used. It got to this point where the witness just started ignoring them. So I asked this person, do you ever feel like it was a hostile environment? Did you feel threatened? Did you feel, obviously if you're starting to hear noises and knocks and all these things, you kind of feel, I guess, scared. But they never did. They felt like this presence of whatever it was not hostile in any way. This witness still lives there. The activity still goes on. It has never escalated. It's just always still knocking, little whispering, and footsteps here and there. So it was kind of like, I don't know if those, I'm gonna assume they are minors, and just kind of like they wanted their presence felt. So what do you think? What kind of haunting would you call this? Would you call it residual, or would you call this actually some sort of apparitions that still live there?